All right, Deadman Stone Podcast. Your host, Mr. Deadman. What did I say? Co-host, other hosts.
At least you didn't call us hoes, SK.
Yeah, the other hoes.
Guest hosed.
Yeah, it's your host, Mr. Deadman, and those other hoes, Becky and SK. Oh,
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, how you doing? How's it going?
I'm fine.
Our guest tonight is Mackie Matysiak. Is that right? Did I get it right?
Nailed it, brother.
Oh shit! High five for me, man.
Oh my God.
Participation trophy in the mail. Give me. Look at that. Okay.
That's one in a row.
I know.
Yay!
Whoa. Hold on. Let's focus now. We got a crazy show tonight, all right? It's loaded. First off, of course, we're talking to Jay Matty about who he is and what he does. I hear he's working on screenplays, working on some other shit, so we'll get into that. SK is going to be giving advice. That's right. If you are struggling if you're struggling with life problems, SK is going to set you straight. Not make you straight. This is
That's a different topic.
Yeah.
One that I know nothing
Yeah,
about.
that's a different show.
He's going to set you straight. So don't be triggered. And apparently Jesus of YouTube needs your help, ladies and gentlemen. The courts are taking his kids away. The court is taking the kids away from Jesus.
From Jesus.
Is this a plea?
Come on.
I know,
Nah.
right? Is this a plea from an uber religious Bible thumper? Nah.
Or is it actually Jesus?
I don't know. It might be
I
a
can't
guy.
wait to find out.
I know. We'll have to dig into that. But first, before we go any further, hey, Becky, do we have any ads we need to read?
No.
Okay. Well, the only thing
Please.
we can really, my only shout out tonight is, look, if you're not a patron yet of Deadman Tome, consider doing so. That's pretty much it. That's it. If you want to, do it. If you don't want to, don't do it. But if you do it, you get access to private shows and you get extra material and all that great stuff. Pretty much access to everything we publish. With all that said, let's get into this. Jay Mackie. I'll call you Mackie Boy. Okay.
That'll work.
I don't know. You know that name you have? I'm gonna call you by a different name now. Hey, Mackie Boy.
Go ahead, man.
All right.
I've got like 5 of them.
Oh shit. What's the worst?
What was that?
What's the worst? If you have like 5 of them, I want to know what the worst is.
Don't tell him he'll be calling you that.
Scouts.
Oh, hell no. I got 2 first names, 2 middle names, and a last name that you did not butcher. So I'm doing good for right now.
Okay. So tell
Well,
us.
thanks for being on the show. That was great. It's the name pronunciation show.
So, all right, Mackie Boy, who are you and what
Mackie
do you do?
Boy, yeah.
J Mac.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What's that?
Who are you and what do you do?
Well, currently I am the caretaker to my father. He had a stroke about 2 years ago. But before that, I was trying to go my way through junior college, and I was headed towards Texas to get hopefully into the film program when my family needed me, so I came home and I decided to sit down and write my novel.
Okay.
And at the same time, my sister had success and kind of working together.
Okay. So you're working on a novel.
Congratulations on dodging the film school bullet.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I know it sounds good at the time, but then it's like money wasted into, is this really going to help me? Is this really going to help me have a film career?
Yeah, no shit.
It really,
Yeah.
well, if Robert Rodriguez has a lot to say about that.
Yeah, I shouldn't say too much because Linklater and Robert Rodriguez, they got their place on the mount, so it worked for them. But yeah, I know what you mean. If you've ever watched Inside the Actors Studio, I'm pretty sure Bradley Cooper is like the only person that's ever made it out of there.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's like, come on, you don't need to go through those programs to become a filmmaker.
Jesse, you know what Robert Rodriguez says about that? He says, if you want to learn how to make movies, make movies.
Yeah. That's it. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You got to do.
Sell your body to science and just
right. That's what he did.
Just go.
He absolutely did that.
Balls to the wall, man.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Apparently, he's making a movie about it right now.
No way.
About his experiences. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
If you've never read Rebel Without a Crew, it's a great book.
Great book.
Okay, see that I haven't read. I gotta check into that book.
I haven't either.
I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I mean, think about it. If you needed professional schooling, go through a program. I mean, look at someone like Kevin Smith or something. It's like, come on now, come on. You just do it, guys. If you want to make a movie, you just do it. So,
I will say this about Kevin Smith. I heard him once say that when he first saw Slacker, that he knew that going out of it, that he knew that he did not know a damn thing about making film, but he knew that that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same way when I watch Slacker. You see so much heart that he's put into it that I came out of it, and it just makes you want to be even more of just a damn artist. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, if that's your response to it, then it sounds like that's your calling. So let's get into that real fast because that seems what you're real passionate about. So, why be a filmmaker? What's going on?
Well, it's just something that I lived in the movie theaters with. Erica was a damn tore them tickets at a movie theater in Rosenberg when I was growing up. So I lived in the theater. I would literally spend all the day during the summer watching movies. To some people's standards, they're probably not the greatest films on earth, but they are to me because I remember them so well. I remember, 5 or 7 years or 6 years old watching Bordello of Blood.
Yeah. Okay.
There really was no rules like Dusk Till Dawn, all that, Demon Knight, John Carpenter's Escape from L.A., all that. Came out about that time.
So you got to see all these movies pretty much for free because you worked at the theater, right?
I didn't work at the theater. Eric did.
Oh shit!
Carried me along.
Okay. See, I thought it was.
I got it for free.
Okay, but you got the hookup though. Man, that's freaking awesome. That's cool.
The hookup.
Oh shit! So you got your taste by watching a shit ton of movies, and it's like, man, this is what I want to do. I want to make some movies. Okay.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
And I even, 5 or 6, and then at first, you, as a kid, you just kind of want to mimic it. So I thought I wanted to be an actor. Got with a group down there in Houston, and I even did a sorry-ass Greyhound Oktoberfest commercial, 15 years ago down there. And in a strange, 6 degrees of separation, I almost worked with Linklater because I got a call back for whenever he did the remake of Bad News Bears.
Okay. That would have been cool. What were you going to be? Were you going to be like an extra? Or were you going to be actually working on the film?
No, I was going to be the fat kid that was the catcher. No shit.
Wow.
I had no problem telling you I had glandular problems as a kid. So, yeah, I even have a book where I have the lines still down that I had to memorize for my whole thing. Yeah.
And that's the one with Billy Bob Thornton, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh shit, dude, you could have been the fat kid. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. That's fucking great. That should be your Twitter.
There's my
Twitter
15
bio.
minutes.
So let me ask you a question now,
All right.
Mr.
I ruined the name so much.
J
you don't-
Mac. J Mac.
J
There
Mac.
you go. There you go.
So did you feel pretty passionately about going to film school when you were headed that direction, and then compare that to what kind of a downer was it that you had to give that up and then turn to writing? Do you know what I'm asking?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, 100%. I wanted to go to film school because you set your heart on it. Because I started I was telling Jeff before we came on the show that the original basis of my story I had submitted as a script when I was like 19 years old into the Austin Film Commission or whatever, the yearly thing they give out, and it was before I even knew what I wanted, but I sent it as a script, and but the idea of it originally was like when I was 15 and I started having, I would be seeing it visually, so I just would naturally think, okay, well, I'm a director, I'll be a director or writer, director, everything. So I was going that path, and when God says follow your plans sometimes, and it wasn't that hard to give up, to tell you the truth, because actually about 2 years before it, the stroke that happened, one of my favorite filmmakers, Paul Thomas Anderson, was gonna do Inherent Vice, and I was normally somebody that never went out to read the book first because the movie would just piss me off, but Inherent Vice was a different thing because I wanted to see if he could really try and tame that wild beast, but reading Inherent Vice before I saw it, and they go so well hand in hand. But when I read it, it was like when I watched Slacker, it was like, I can do this. It gave me that feeling like, okay, if I can't do what I want, I can always do this. So it was never like a downer for me because I knew somehow I was going to let it out.
Okay. So you had that
Good answer.
passion. You knew you wanted to do it.
Right.
Now,
you had writing tied into that from the beginning.
yeah.
Right.
All right. Did you have any experience? Like, did you practice around with like friends or shoot some videos here and there? I'm sure you had to done things like that, right?
When I was 14, like the summer before my freshman year of high school, I went to actually UT, I believe, is the one that puts it on, is like a film school for young kids, and I went to that. It was a little 2-week course, and we made a little movie. We came up with an idea, and we had 2 weeks. We kind of did it on the go, how they kind of teach you there in Austin. And we had 2 weeks, and we did it. We had about five to each team, and
Five.
when
Like,
somebody wasn't running the
15?
camera, somebody was lighting.
okay.
Yeah, like there'd be like 10 teenagers in the room, so 5 would do one film and 5 did the other film.
All right.
And so it was like, if you weren't acting in it, you were filming it or lighting it, or you get what I mean.
And what was yours? Was it like a horror thing? That seems to be the easiest route, right? Either horror or like some sort of like slapstick comedy thing. What was yours?
Ours? Oh, God, what was it? It was a satire.
Oh wow! Whoa, going
about
deep.
Wow.
about the film industry.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Wow.
that's
No
hard.
shit. No shit. It was.
That's your
it's
first
coming back
project?
to me because I remember it. It was called The Pitch, and it
Called The
just
Pitch,
goes
not-
into
Not the casting couch, but the
and
pitch. I'm just
the
messing
pitch. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Let's just, yeah. Let's just get that straight. It's called The Pitch, and yeah, and it's coming back to me. Yeah, it was literally about 3 or 4 heads of the studio go into a room, and they each come up with like the worst fucking idea for a film, and it's like we cut to the images of what the film would look like, and I don't even remember how it ended, but it was like, oh, well, let's just do the sequel to Titanic or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was
Fuck it,
years
do the
ago,
sequel
but
to
I just
Titanic.
remember that we were just, yeah, we were just bombing the shit out of them, like, with everything.
That's funny.
It was really like, it really was a no holds barred kind
You know
of
what,
thing.
though? You're-
Like, they didn't care what we said.
Oh, so they just let you do anything? Well,
Right.
sure-
They
I'm
had
sure
the
there's-
damn, they
I mean,
had
I'm
a
sure-
damn
I'm sure there's a
news
limit.
crew come and interview us and everything.
Wow. So one team could have had like people dressed as Nazis and reacting like World War II like battles or something. Like a small team, but so like a, I don't know, like a shootout or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, come up with whatever idea.
Whatever
like,
idea.
Like, they're literally like,
All
okay,
right.
you 5, all right, come up with an idea. You got 2 weeks.
Do like a
And,
Friday
but,
spoof or
first
something.
couple- but
Get
I
some
really
weed.
think that the satire came. I don't mean to interrupt you. I was just
okay.
going to say, I think the satire came because one of the films they showed us was, because it was also a film school, was oh, damn it. Oh, this is Spinal Tap. So that was fresh on our minds. So it was just, they would show us Spinal Tap and Dr. Strangelove and stuff like that.
That's well, Spinal Tap, man. If that's what you watched, then definitely
Yeah, Spinal Tap is the greatest. I can't believe that if anybody's not seen it yet, but if you haven't seen it, just go watch the scene where they talk about their drummers. That still gets me every time.
That seems great. I also like the one with the amp. why is that at 11? Shit's hilarious, dude. Or when they get stuck in their freaking their stage things, whatever.
Right. Oh, I love that.
How the props mess up.
All the props falling down and they're stuck in their harnesses and shit.
Yeah. Velvet glove.
After watching that, I really can't. Like, now when I watch Iron Maiden, it's like, come on, man. Like, someone's gonna fuck up, right? Come on.
Yeah, it was pretty great, man. And then, like, I've gotten accepted into like some performing the McCollum School of Arts there in Austin, but I didn't go. I ended up back in Houston or Sugarland, I should say, going to Stephen F.
okay.
Austin.
Wow, that's kind of near my. Well, not really that near my neck of the woods. I mean, I grew up in the suburb of Houston, kind of south.
Well, it's all Houston now. So.
Yeah.
What part you come from?
I'm actually Pearland. You want to get specific?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's not Houston, but Houston's pretty close, very close now. It's spread beyond 288 and has become something else. The Shadow Creek area is a mess.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I haven't been to Sugarland in years, but it was like, probably 3 years, 4 years.
So,
and the last time I went there, it was like I almost passed by it because, it's just like a speck in the road now.
Yeah.
Like the turn off to where I used to live and everything it's just very, very surreal to see.
Okay, so tell us about some successes you've had. I mean, so So you're going into this. You're very passionate about it, and you wrote some scripts. You went to, I believe, you went to film festivals. Let's talk about that. Talk about some of the highlights of this so far.
I'm sorry, you were kind of breaking out.
All right.
Yeah, you kind of.
What?
Well, it's coming through on the show, but that's all right. Let's talk about some of the highlights that you've had so far.
Kind of important if the guest hears
Yeah,
the question.
I know,
I'm
right?
gonna throw
It's weird that
out.
the Skype call just messed it with that. It's so weird. But
Really?
yeah. So yeah, so
We're
tell
all
us,
good. What was the question now?
Exactly.
so
He
tell us.
wanted to know. I think he said.
Hey, Jesse, we actually can't hear you at all right now.
You can hear me now. You can hear me now. I know you can hear me now. You can hear me
Yeah.
now. Okay. Yeah. Well. Okay.
Kinda.
Yeah. Kinda. What do you mean kinda?
You sound a little robotic.
I don't know what that is, man. That might be like the Skype call or whatever. But okay. Anyway. Oh, we got
Hold your head still.
I got an incoming call real fast. Oh wait. Let me take this. It's not allowing me to merge it. Let me see. Answer. All right. One moment. Taking in a incoming call. All right. I think they're on. It looks like it's loading or buffering or something. Skype's acting weird. Fucking Skype. Okay, I don't know what Skype is doing. What the hell is it doing? I think it's freaking out. Oh, great. Horrible. Just horrible. Okay, so a Skype call came in. Skype I tried to answer it, but it just, I don't know how to explain it. Like the program just locks up. Why does the program just lock up? So fucked up. Oh, now it's calling in again. Okay, I guess I'll hit the green button. Here we go.
Hello?
Okay, hi. This is Mr. Deadman. You're calling on the Deadman Stone podcast. How's it going? What's going on?
It's going. This is Patty.
Oh, hey, Patty. How's it going? Now,
It's going good.
are you calling in for the advice segment for SK Gives Advice?
Yes, my screen keeps freezing up, so I couldn't tell. It said the phone number, so I wasn't sure if it was time or not.
Oh, it's about time. Here, go ahead and ask your question. I'm trying to get it to where it merges the call, but Skype is not. There's no option for it right now for some reason. Literally none.
Yeah, it freezes everything. I couldn't even see anything going on in the live chat or anything. My whole screen was froze up.
Yeah, weird, huh? Okay, so go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, basically my question has to do with relationships,
Okay.
married partners. Why is it that men don't do swap roles, such as the woman is the bread maker, and whether he's not making as much or just laid off and at home all day or more than she is? Why is it that he doesn't take on the role, the so-called woman role, cleaning, cooking, running around with the kids? Why is it that she still comes home and has to do a second job?
Oh, good point. So he just sits around at home all day, huh?
Right, he's sitting home where she's at work for 9-10 hours.
Oh shit, that's a good
coming
question.
home and
That's a good
still
question.
having to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll feed that to SK. There needs to be a better way to merge these calls together. But yeah, I'll feed that to SK. Let me see. Let me see. I'll go over here real fast. And part of it's my fault too. This program's locking up. Because it doesn't give me an option to even.
Yeah, I
merge
was
you.
having trouble hearing you guys too. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, let me. All right, I'm going to end this call. I'm going to join the main one. So I will let them know. Thanks for calling.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Right. Skype is such. I just need to move over to Discord. It'd be a lot freaking easier. All right. Joining the main call now. Okay. I'm back. Wow. So I took on the call.
Oh, Lord, you're back.
But I wasn't able to merge it. I wasn't able to merge it to ours. So I had to regurgitate the question, which is going to be interesting. But that's... Anyway, I'll do that. But before we do, one thing I want to ask, is Jay Mackie Boy, are you still there?
No, he left because he got tired of your shit. No, I'm just kidding. He's still here.
No,
Okay,
I'm
good.
still here, brother.
Good.
What's going on?
Thanks for hanging on there. Okay, let's talk about some of the highlights
No
you've
problem.
had so far with your film and screenwriting career.
Well, really, it's just started taking off. I mean, I've been writing
Okay.
scripts and but it's been mostly, I've been very, reserved about bringing it out to the world and everything. But I've been writing scripts for a while, but getting my sister's blessing to do an adaptation of one of her books. Apparently it's doing all right and making the rounds. I don't know how much more I can say, but it's all right.
Okay, so yeah, you're just shopping the script around, and it looks like, any feedback so
Yeah,
far?
this is all pretty still surreal for me. I'm still trying to land on my feet with it.
Okay.
About having a novel and doing the screenplay, and studios and everything. I probably shouldn't have told that studio bit if hell.
That was me.
The Hollywood executives listen very carefully to this podcast, so
Oh yeah.
you might have something to worry about there.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
well, what about the part where you cast someone who looked like Weinstein? What about that part? Yeah, I'm just messing with-
Oh God, damn. I don't know who'd want to do that.
You should do a Weinstein
Christian
biopic.
Bale, apparently, he can do anything.
Yeah.
You think Christian Bale could play Weinstein?
No.
Hell, who knows? He
He might be able
seems
to.
to gain 50 pounds or lose 80 pounds every
Yeah.
role, so
Oh my God,
he can
I
try
wanna
it out.
I want to see that. If there's a biopic of Harvey Weinstein, I want Christian Bale to play him. I want him. Think about it. I want this handsome guy to all of a sudden become this gross, just nasty looking fat fuck. So like, hey, you want to get this?
Why?
Because it just
Ew.
the transformation alone would satisfy me. I would go watch that movie twice in theaters with like buying all the snacks, all the fixins, just because he did it. I mean, come on.
Because there's no story in hiring somebody who's already a fat, ugly fuck.
No. But if you get someone who's a Christian Bale, I guess it could be anyone else who has a career in being like very attractive and have like a nice body and all that shit. If they
But
give
how
them
does
that away-
somebody answer that question, like, when it's posed to them, like, the very first question, yeah, Mr. Bell, why the fuck are you playing Harvey Weinstein? Like,
he can handle that.
you know what I mean?
The
Like,
money was
Yeah,
right.
That is
$10 million.
that is a horrible person.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, he called Cheney the devil, so I don't know what he thinks of Weinstein.
oh, he could probably play Cheney. You know.
God.
Be great.
Well, yeah, he just won that award for playing Tony, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh my.
let me regurgitate this question for you, SK. Since, by the way, let's kind of do this. So hang around, definitely, J Mackie boy, because we still need you. You feel free to chime in. Because SK is going to be giving advice.
All right.
Here we go.
Are
you ready?
I'm terrified.
It should be. We should all be terrified. Okay, so the caller was Patty. Patty called in. And she
was
had
Patty the one that interrupted us?
Yeah. She had a question. She had a question regarding relationships. And I'll try to do my best to regurgitate it. And the chat will correct me if I'm wrong. Here we go.
You're wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
Let me take a deep breath.
Here we go. Ready?
I'm just kidding.
Why is it that when the woman goes out there and does the full-time job as the breadwinner, the husband just sits around and does jack shit of nothing all day? He ain't got a job. What's he doing all goddamn day?
That was a great Patty impersonation.
Thank you.
Oh my Lord. Please don't impersonate me. I don't think I can take it.
No, don't impersonate Becky.
Yeah, see? Now you made me sound like Forrest Gump, you ass.
That would be awful to impersonate Becky. Yeah, it's a great question. It's a great question.
Okay. So what do we do with that? So because pretty much it's getting down to what?
All right. Let me restate the question.
Okay.
Since we got away from it. So, man and a woman in a relationship, presumably long term, maybe a marriage, and he becomes unemployed. She's working. She's the breadwinner, and the dude sits on his ass all day.
Yes.
Why did he do that?
It sounds like DSP, Darkside Phil, who's that Twitch streamer we talked about one day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he does. He sits on his ass all day and streams on Twitch. But anyway.
And begs for money.
So this is a complex question, and one answer is one part of the answer is because he can.
Oh. Okay.
You know what I mean by this?
I like that SK. Because
she enabled him to be able to do so.
Right.
Because the man can. That's why.
Not because he's a man, but because he can.
Because he can.
Because he.
Okay.
So here's what I've heard. I've heard a woman describe men as the ultimate energy conservationist.
Makes sense.
Meaning that, we don't just do shit to do shit.
No, I mean, you might jack off, but I mean, that's.
But
that just might be me.
And this is actually true throughout the broad spectrum of predators, and that is predators in the animal kingdom.
Oh. Okay.
They, hunting is a very energy expensive proposition, and it's high risk, right?
Yeah.
Right. You just don't get everything. Get a kill every time you go out.
Okay.
So you have to take your shots where they have the highest chance of succeeding. And what does this have to do with an unemployed guy? Well, he's looking for a chance to win.
He's looking for a chance to win.
He wants a kill, but he doesn't see anything in this field.
He might want to kill.
Field of vision.
Okay.
I don't mean literally kill.
Oh.
I mean he wants to bag a job. He wants to. Right? He had one before. Now he doesn't. He wants to bag one, but he doesn't see a opportunity in his field of vision that's worth putting out energy.
So,
wait a minute.
Now you wouldn't
Wait a minute.
Becky, I know you're the woman. You gotta chime in. That's only fair. But let me continue the mansplaining real fast. I just want to make sure. I understand this. Okay. You went deep. Like, you explained it through, like, evolutionary psychology here. You went like, oh, men have a history of being the hunters, and he just wants to sit there because he's waiting. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now he's spending his time. Did you have more? Or
no, I was gonna let Becky go. I was gonna, unless we want to continue to mansplain. Let's just spread our legs some more. Let's just let air out our balls somewhere. Hell, you know what? I might as well just unzip my pants and bring them out. Just air them out. Shit.
Don't trip over them, okay?
Oh, don't worry about that. All right.
Now, my question is, how the hell do you know he wants to find a job?
Well,
if he's been sitting around on his ass, and he's been allowed to sit around on his ass,
it does depend. It does depend on, when you get down to individual cases, of course. Some people, men or women, are lazy shitbags. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some are. Yeah.
So some are, and I'm answering this on the assumption that this is a person who has worked in the past and probably would work again in the future, and they're not just being lazy shitbags. If the person is a lazy shitbag, then there's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, see, that was what I was going to ask to begin with. Is, how do you know whether he wants a job, or whether, since he's been allowed to sit around and not do anything, be it a man or a woman allowed to sit around and not do anything, then how do you know that, they haven't decided, hey, I don't have to do anything. I kind of like this. It's all right.
It really comes down to individual cases then, because some people just get, depending on the field they're in and the number of years of experience they're in and their, where they are in the country, so on and so on and so on, with thousands of factors, they might just get fucking depressed and discouraged, right?
Right.
And they just might be giving up. So actually, depression is one reason why a guy might sit around all day doing nothing, while the woman's out working.
Well,
he might be depressed.
Maybe he's working on the script. Maybe he's working on a book. Damn it!
Well, that isn't sitting around doing nothing all day, then. Now, is it?
Well, let me regurgitate.
Well, it's not
better, because that's the thing. See, what Patty was saying was that the problem is she taking on the role of the man, the stereotypical role of the man, and being the breadwinner, doing the full-time job thing, and to come back home while the man is taking on at home, where he could be taking on the stereotypical woman duties like household cleaning, shit like that. He doesn't. He's staying home. He's not doing those things. So then she has to come home and then do those things. So she's doing two things. She's like, why the fuck do I have you around here for your dick? It's not that good. It's not that good. I have two dildos that are bigger than that. Don't clip that out.
Oh my God.
Don't clip that out. That's out of context.
More than two, probably.
Oh my God.
So what do you? I mean, does that answer really help, Becky? What do you think? You're a woman.
No.
No.
See, the other thing is that men and women see the nest differently.
Ah, okay.
Right.
How so?
That's the home, right? Everybody get it? Home is the nest.
Yeah, home is the nest. Gotcha.
For men, The nest is base, right? It's the castle. It's the secure. It's the physical place. Put your shit where you can sleep. Women self-identify with the nest to a higher degree than men do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The
way
so.
in the same sense that men identify with their work, women identify with their nest.
No, men do identify with some parts of the nest, like the man cave or whatever.
Yes.
I mean,
And women also identify with their work, but it's not to the same degree. Right? For men, work, it's really difficult to separate themselves from what they do. If you have a conversation with a guy, or when guys, they say they ask what you do, and they don't say I do programming. They say I am a programmer. I am.
That's a good point.
This is me.
That's right.
Right.
We can test that theory. You want me to?
Sure.
No.
Oh, by the way, we're one like away from me having to take a shot. So, just if you were watching and you haven't liked it yet, just press the like button. Anyway, and also
Sean,
feel free to ask questions in the chat.
What do you do? Work-wise, what do you do? I'm a computer nerd.
See, he identifies. Yeah. I am a computer nerd.
Yeah.
See,
he didn't say I work on computers, or I do this, or I do that. It's what I am.
And he goes, and if I had to explain it, you go. Shut it.
So
I love my brother.
So a guy sees how the place that he lives as it's a place. I mean, he may like it a lot. He may like to have a nice one for a status.
Yeah.
And to attract a higher value female through that
That's
status.
That's what it's about. Yeah. That's what it's
really
about.
Is. But ultimately, it's just a place to him. To a female, the nest is much more than that. And they see everything.
Oh,
they're aware of everything. They're aware of every fucking little thing, all at the same time.
And could it also be, SK, that the whole hunter-gatherer thing, right? So men go out hunting, the women stay back. So what else are they doing? They're probably like cleaning up. They're keeping things tidy. They're keeping things clean and neat.
Right.
Keeping things in order, That's not a bad thing. Someone has to do it.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. But if you think about it in an anthropological sense, right? Yeah. The women stayed at the cave, so to speak.
Yeah.
And they went out into the woods and gathered up herbs and berries and shit. And the men would be gone for days and days doing their hunt. They'd come back, they'd be, exhausted, and they'd throw the saber-toothed tiger onto the granite slab, and they'd sit around the fire and talk about the hunt.
That's what they'll do.
Okay, well, the point is if you're too lazy to get off your ass and go out and do the hunt, then stay at home and take care of the fucking cave.
Good point. Because we don't live in the primitive times anymore. In the modern times, to really make the primitive really relate to the modern, it's like, imagine if back then it was the women that went out to hunt, but then the men were like, I'm just going to sit around and do shit. Oh, man. That's fucked up. So what would your advice be, though? Like, how do you fix that situation?
So that's a good question. So the way that you fix it, ladies, are you listening?
I am. Go ahead.
I hope they're listening.
All right.
I can't wait for this.
This is how you fix it. Okay. First of all, how you don't fix it. You don't I apologize for using this word, but it's the most.
You don't bitch at them.
You don't bitch at them. You don't nag at them, and you don't humiliate them. Why the fuck did you do that? You didn't do anything all day. You know, guess what? That's gonna get you nothing. Nothing good.
That's what he is.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know.
He will say anything to get you to stop.
Just stop. Yeah, please.
And he won't mean any of it, but he'll say it. Okay. Here's how you do get him to do things for you. It's a very simple formula.
Blowjobs.
You explain. Okay. There are 2 ways to get him to do things. Right. So, conversationally,
okay.
What you have to explain to what you have to appeal to the man is you have to trigger his parts of his brain that are hardwired to provide. Okay. Now he's not currently providing by going out in the workforce, but you want him to provide something for you anyway. And that providing may be, please provide me a clean fucking kitchen when I get home. And what you have to do is appeal to that part of his brain. And you don't do it by hounding him. You tell him what it would provide for you. And you use those words. You know, if I got home and the kitchen was, sparkling clean, it would really provide me with a sense of calm and peace. Or whatever the fuck it is.
I've never heard that. And that might be the problem.
Yeah, that's not where I thought you were going with that, but okay.
My wife has never, none of my girlfriends or wives or fiancés.
I'm telling you, ladies.
Never, ever phrased anything like that, ever. And that might be the reason why.
Me neither.
Right? But I'm telling you. You can laugh at it all you want. All I'm saying, and you can doubt me, or you can try it.
Try it, Patty. Just try it. Be like,
tell the man what you want and what it will provide for you.
Mm-hmm. And if that doesn't work,
and if that doesn't work, he's just a lazy asshole.
He's a lazy asshole. But there's something else you do. I mean, I'm just saying, Patty, how clean do you want the kitchen to be? How clean do you want the kitchen to
be? Yeah.
Oh, the problem with the blowjob joke. let me tell you what. There actually is an issue with that, and that is that sex is a definite motivator, but it's the prospect of sex is what is high. The prospect of sex is what built civilization. Okay?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. I believe
everything was done because a guy wanted to get laid by a particular woman or a better woman or more women or whatever it was.
Maybe a dude.
Guy wanted or a dude.
Oh,
a dude.
Guys wanted to get laid. Guys wanted to get laid. And the prospect of getting laid built civilization.
Yeah, I think that.
And the closer in proximity the potential is, the higher the motivation. So, ladies, if you want to use sex as a motivator, you don't say, if you don't clean the kitchen, you're sleeping on the couch. That's not gonna do it.
Oh yeah, that's the. I'm like, okay, I'll sleep on the couch.
But if you say, as soon as the kitchen's clean, you're gonna get lucky. Guess how fast that kitchen's gonna get clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, until you open the oven and find all the shit in the oven.
Well. How?
Yeah.
You didn't
I'm just
see,
saying. If I
didn't say how
don't,
to
I don't
clean
act.
that.
I don't actually recommend that, but as a crude tool, as a blunt tool, it's pretty good. You should be having sex anyway, and you should never use sex as a weapon. But it is a motivator.
Mm. Let's see. Any other questions in the chat? Since call-ins,
They want us to go back and talk back to J-Mac.
of course. G Mackie boy, how's it going,
How
man?
could I with that mansplaining? How could I follow Archie Bunker PhD?
Oh! I knew someone.
I don't know.
Man, Archie.
Someone's gonna put SK.
No.
SK could explain himself. SK.
Hey, you're entitled to your opinion, brother. No, I should you not. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures on my TV, so my advice is just be excellent to each other.
Right.
I mean,
I don't know what the hell.
I mean, I'm not really sure what was Archie Bunker about what SK said. I mean, he wasn't saying. He was just providing a, like a theory why.
Oh, that was just me being a smart ass.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
He was just playing.
Yeah, I mean, the advice that it's gonna be how you talk to him, but also let me just tell you this, ladies. If the man isn't cleaning the house, I mean, just get him the fucking clean the house. Tell him you're tired of that shit. Hell, I mean that's what works with me. It's gonna work eventually.
Well, you're right, Jesse. You do want to talk about it, but how you talk about it makes all the difference.
Oh, yeah.
How you talk about it makes every bit of difference.
You know what? The other thing
demanding gets you nowhere.
You could find what ticks him, what motivates him, what motivates that
we covered
motherfucker.
that.
Well, we did, but it's kind of a broad spectrum. See, some men don't like the feeling of being. Maybe there's most men. I don't know, but the feeling of shame. Feeling that you shamed someone, or that you have shame because you let someone down, that you failed, that you're a failure as a man and as a husband and as a father. Yep. So when you come home and he hasn't cleaned up anything, there's dog hair all over the place. You had hardwood floors, at least you thought, but now there's carpet because of the freaking dog hair. And there's a dog turd in the living room, a torn up stuffed animal on the couch, and you're looking around, and you're like, this shit's crazy. This isn't clean. You look at your husband, he's on the computer, probably on his podcast, this super duper podcast he's on. You interrupt that shit real fast. Be like, I just want you to know you are a failure as a father and a husband. You need to clean this fucking shit up right now.
Yeah, that's shitty. You shouldn't do that to anybody. That's wrong.
That goes over so
That's like when
well.
your parents tell you, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. It hurts even more.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse, do you realize that we have 10 likes?
11. I see 11.
I need to go fetch a bottle. Let me go fetch a bottle. While we do
Well,
so.
get to it.
You're not prepared? You come to a show unprepared? Oh, my God.
Damn.
Motherfucker, look at this.
Boy,
And then put us on hold and
Look
everything.
Look at the stein of beer. Man.
Why do you have on sunglasses?
Because my future is way too bright, Becky. That's what it is.
Did we not talk about the women want to see them blue eyes?
I don't know about that. If sex is a motivator, I want to keep it. Wait, what?
Keep the mystery.
Keep the mystery. Come get it. I'll go get a bottle. Hey, Mackie boy. You know what? We didn't talk about your novel. Let's talk about your novel. You said you're working on a novel. Let's talk about that before we go into Jesus.
The Stray Hours.
Okay. Let's talk about that real fast. I'm gonna go get a bottle.
Stray Hours.
Okay, tell us.
Not much you can really tell because it's a kind of a political mystery, but it's about a late 20s cat named Devin Birdlace that lives in a kind of remote vacation island. It's the culmination of the port towns around Texas. And a man darkens his door one day, and he's a small time pot dealer, and the guy offers him a certain amount of cash and to locate his lost daughter, and it just leads him down a rabbit hole of all kinds of political wonder and self-crisis bullshit. He goes through the ringer. I gotta say.
Wow.
But
how long have you been working on this?
well, the idea of like doing something, writing about a coastal town came to me when I was about 15 or so, because one of my good friends lived down in Port Aransas. You notice it real quick when you come from a small town and you go down there, that those transit populations that during the fucking melee of whatever, spring break or whatever, they really depend on the locals there that are always going to be there, just like small towns do. So it has that small town quality, and in the book you get to meet an ensemble of characters that are just like that small town group of brotherhood that you come to know and love.
Cool.
Interesting.
So how far along in it are you?
Oh, I'm almost about done. I'm just going back over and because I'm kind of old school. I pen to paper man myself. Nothing on the laptop until like I've really got it down. So I've got like 15 journals. But
Wow.
But it'll be out later this year.
Are you planning on self-publishing it, or are you gonna go with a publisher, or?
I am with Kelly Carthens.
Oh, cool.
Represented by her, so Miss Kelly.
Cool. Awesome. Little Steez, I think.
All right.
You in the van.
Well, I took my shot, and I was hearing the tail end of that.
Excuse me.
Man.
Sorry.
You okay there, Becky?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's stay healthy, Becky. We need you.
I'm trying.
We need you. See, Becky, you're so
Yes?
important. And the reason, look, if we lose you, it's just gonna be a bunch of dudes on this show, and then everything we say about like what men do and all this stuff, it's not gonna have that balance, It's not gonna be checked by anything.
So it takes two of y'all to equal one of me? Holy shit.
No, I'm pretty much saying that if you weren't here, like, this would just be a mansplaining podcast. That's what it'll be.
Yeah, I was going to say, it'd be a sausage fest, right?
Yeah, it really would be. Archie Bunker would be like, oh, look at these jackasses. There's a mansplaining all over the place.
Y'all be fine.
But, of course, I talk about these subjects with a grin. I know. It's shit. This is funny. It's funny. Any other questions for SK?
Your wife does not listen to this podcast, does she?
No.
Yeah, because
she
have
gets
you in the corner.
She gets enough of Jesse.
Yeah, she does. I don't think there were any other questions for you, SK.
She's like, oh, please go in the room and shut the door and talk to somebody else.
Ralph Moody asked a question.
Oh, he did? What was the question?
What do you think about dating conjoined twins? Sexy or weird, and how good do you think the sex would be?
Oh, okay.
Where and how are they conjoined?
Does it really matter?
It does.
Oh, absolutely. It can make the huge difference. Like the American Horror Story with the two chicks, or the chick with two heads,
Yeah.
or that's just weird.
Imagine.
But you know the most famous conjoined twins, the Chang brothers. They got married to women.
Oh, imagine that. Imagine that sex
Yeah.
life. You know they were swapping. You know they were swapping.
Dude.
It's
That
right
would
there. Dude, they're fucking at the same time. I mean, come on. There's just certain
So wrong.
wrong. There's just certain things that are just so obvious. You know it has to happen. Like two things definitely happening.
Well, what do they do? Put the partition down in the middle of the bed so the other one didn't have to look? I mean,
Well,
yeah.
that's too much
So,
work.
yeah, they're
I think a man's
watching.
gonna do that. That's way too much work. No,
No.
it's we're practical that the conjoined twins are just fucking at the same time, like fucking.
Yeah.
You know, they're ladies.
Ralph's is joined at the torso.
And what if one of the four isn't in the mood? I mean,
I think it doesn't make a lick of difference. It's going to happen.
I think you're gonna get in the mood real fast. I think.
the thing. Yeah, the thing is that there's no secrets.
No.
Yeah.
There are no secrets in that arrangement.
That would be I'm going to be quiet. Never
Hold
mind.
on. If you're joined at the
No.
torso, does that mean that they share the same ass, or they have two different asses? Like, how does that work?
It depends.
They have
where,
two asses, okay?
So how
in
they
the
share?
case. In the.
Hold on. We need to have. I think we need a full-on episode on conjoined twins and how they fucking work, because now I'm confused.
It all depends on what they share.
How do twins
Right?
share? They're conjoined twins. I'm worried about this.
Well, how the hell do you shit?
Well, I don't.
Wouldn't they poop the same way?
I don't have a human body attached to me that has to share the same toilet that I'm using. You know? Can you imagine that?
Well, I guess they have a double shitter. I don't know.
Could you?
Maybe they don't have to poop at the same time.
They have a double-barreled toilet. Is that what's happening? I mean,
Oh my god.
hey, J. Mackie boy.
This is
Nowhere
this
than
is
on this
really
show are you
going
gonna hear
south.
this, right? Come on, where else are you gonna hear this conversation?
Oh shit, man! I don't know I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of Corsican brothers type of thing. If one has to shit, the other one does.
So Chang and Aang were just joined at the chest.
Okay.
So they had everything double.
Okay. Everything double.
They shared except for some of the internal organs, which is why they weren't separated, because it would have killed at least one of them.
Wow.
But 4 legs, 4 arms, 2 heads,
4 nuts.
4 nuts, 2 butts.
Okay.
Jesse wants to know how they pooped.
Oh, there's other questions too, but that's a starter.
No, my God, here we go. I knew that was going to happen.
How they poop, how they fuck. You know, it's just come on. I'm curious. I want to know. How do they live? Because there's other practical things. Okay, it's not just gutter brain shit. I know it sounds like it, but think about this.
Well,
Could you imagine being forced to sit in the restroom in the same stall while someone's just like gassing
Dumping?
up the place?
no.
Right? And you're going, I told you that we shouldn't have had Taco Bell.
You had that nagging voice.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You went cheap. You got the ground beef. You should have got the steak. I know it's a little bit extra.
I thought you said sheep, not sheep.
Sheep.
Oh, you got the sheep.
Now we're
I thought, how shit, we done gone back to Fred West.
Oh. I told you not to stick your dick in the sheep. What?
that was bad.
Yeah. But that's crazy, man. Siamese twins. That
Oh, and get this, is if I'm remembering my reading on the Chang and Eng brothers, they got to fairly young. They didn't really like each other all that much.
no.
Oh my god.
What if one was a Trump supporter and the other one was like hardcore like progressive person? Like that would be crazy. Like they would kill each other. It'd be over.
Well, see, that's the thing is you can't kill the other guy because it might kill you.
Wow. I don't know.
So you gotta,
There's
unless
a-
you do
You
a
gotta
murder
make-
suicide.
You gotta make
thing.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Wow.
make nice.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
You can't get away from if you hate your Siamese twin. What do? You can't get away from them.
Really, yeah.
Not even for a second, ever.
All right. So, I think we have time. We can go into. All right, J. Mackie boy. Did you know that there's a
Yes, sir.
Jesus? Did you know that there is a Jesus of YouTube?
No, I did not.
Well, there is.
What is that?
No, it's a guy named
there
Jesus,
is.
and he's on YouTube. And
You don't even want to know.
well, we're about to find out right now. Let me put my glasses back on for this. I need to shield myself. I'm gonna play this. Try to anyway. All you need is audio. You'll hear it. You'll hear it. It's him explaining his situation. So here we go.
My name is Jesus H.
It's kind of low. Let me increase the volume. One momento. Let me increase it this way. Bam. All right. Here we go.
My name is Jesus H. Christ.
Did you hear it?
But obviously, that wasn't
Unfortunately.
the name I was given when I was born. I was raised in a highly controlled religious group. Some people call it a cult. It was because of YouTube.
See that right there, where this Jesus guy is saying that he was raised in a religious group. Some people call it a cult. I don't know if. Okay, here's the thing about this, J. Mackie boy, SK, and Becky. Like,
Yes, sir.
I watched this several times. I've been doing some digging and some homework behind this guy. I still can't figure out if this guy is 100% legit or if he's just a troll that just became a meme. You know what I'm saying? Like he became the character actor, you know? Because he's saying he's Jesus.
You mean, does he really believe he think?
Does he really believe he is? Because I understand what I understand so far is that the guy legally did change his name to Jesus. But like,
Are you serious?
from what I understand, yeah. He changed his name to Jesus Christ. So
Did and the court let him?
well, I mean,
I mean,
What
he's
did
not
he say?
doing it to. I don't think he's intending to defraud people,
he's not.
and that's really the only thing that the courts are concerned with.
Yeah. I mean, he's just saying he's Jesus H. Christ, you know? And
What does the H stand for?
you know, I want to ask him. And you bet your ass asked me when it comes on
I've
the
never.
show. If we're gonna get Jesus on the show. Sorry.
Hallelujah.
Oh Lord, no. I'm feeling ill.
We're gonna get struck
You better
down.
find out if
we-
he does healing.
We had little Nicky on. How much worse could Jesus be?
Do I really need to answer that?
He has a SpaceX jacket on, by the way, and a beanie. He like a SpaceX. Okay.
That I was able to learn the truth about the organization that I had dedicated my life to.
He's crying.
YouTube set me free.
It's kind of sad.
He ain't really crying. He's full of crap.
And
He looks like he's trying to cry. Looks like he's really trying to cry right now.
He's full of shit.
You think so? You think it's all one big giant bullshit?
Yes.
One big giant bullshit?
Mm-hmm.
Probably could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Let's see. What else does he say?
Need your help.
Please send me money.
Although I was able to escape control of this organization, my kids have not. I am one against many.
Okay, so he says his kids did not escape this organization. Like, okay, so is he talking about some secret cult? Like, are they like Scientologists or like what is he talking about? I wish I knew more. Like, he's saying his kids.
He's not naming names, is he?
No, he's like, my kid. I escaped the organization, but my kids haven't, and my wife is still with them. So, I mean, what is this? What the hell is this crap? And apparently, okay, one thing I need to do to verify if this is 100% legit is try to find the court documents. They'll probably be classified and all that shit, but you can find a record of it being filed. Boom, you got it. Okay, this is legit.
Why does Jesus need glasses?
You know, that is a good question. Why does he need glasses?
I love my kids more than life. And my own parents.
I'm sorry, Becky?
If he is Jesus, and okay, y'all were talking about he shouldn't need glasses. Jesus didn't have no damn kids.
Well,
this
not
is
the first time around.
Yeah, this time around he does. You know? And you know,
although I gotta say, and I'm not saying this to defend, 2019 Jesus, but it actually doesn't say
progressive.
In the Bible. It doesn't actually say whether or not Jesus had kids.
oh yeah, it never does. It kind of skips a lot. A lot is kind of skipped about his life.
It's like a trailer.
Yeah. He probably went around. I mean, we don't know anything. Like he probably went around to other places and said stuff, done stuff. Who knows, man? He's lived.
So
he lived.
He might have had kids.
It has to be a damn scam. There's no damn way you can put out that video talking about your kids are still there and some agent ain't scooped your ass up by now and talking about where are they.
Well,
what cult is this?
So you're leaning on scam. You're thinking it's gonna be it's a scam. Okay.
Well, yeah.
I think it's please send me money.
No.
Let's get to the money part.
Yeah, let's get there.
Have sided with my ex-wife and are trying to strip me of all of my parental rights. This custody battle has been very expensive, and my lawyer's
tears
has run out.
Yeah, there's tears on the glasses.
There is hope. The judge has ordered a 7:30 psychological evaluation.
Well, I can see why. I mean,
and this is my only hope from losing my kids. My lawyer thinks this is my best chance, and I agree. However, it's very expensive, and I can't keep up with the expenses anymore. I'm desperate. I really need your help. I've set up a Patreon, and there's a link in the description below. And if you want to support me, you can do so for free by subscribing, liking this video, and sharing it with others. And I do read your comments.
he answers your prayers. Is that what he's saying?
Have you looked at his Patreon?
I haven't yet.
No.
How big is it?
I don't know. I'm going to look right now.
Oh man.
Does it tell you what?
If they have it where it shows you the numbers, you can see it. And there's more to that, by the way. Like he had a follow-up video today. It was today or yesterday, where
what is his name? Jesus.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
H. Christ.
Jesus H. Christ.
Is it Jesus H. Christ?
Yeah, H. Christ.
560.
That's it?
Yep.
Only $560? Our patrons.
Yep. Patrons.
Oh, does it show you how much?
No.
I'm
looking.
Okay. If it does show you how much,
I
then
thought he'd do at least.
So he has 560 patrons. That's it. Well, if they're $5 a piece, then I think the only donation they have on his page is $5. If that's the case, then he's just getting like, $1,000, pretty much. All right. Oh, no.
No,
wait.
hello, I'm
$2,000.
Hello, I'm Chris. Listen. Hello, I'm Chris. I have problems. I want to make them yours. No, I only kid. Sort of. What I want to do is create podcast series that goes back in time and looks at individual
Is that
some kind of songs and recounts the stories behind how they came to be, their inspiration, their meaning, their time and place, their reception then and now, perhaps the technical aspects of creating and recording them, and where applicable, there are glaring faults that continue to haunt me as I lay awake at night, punching myself in the balls, mumbling swears through clenched teeth in the darkness. But I'm going to need your help to do that.
And this is Jesus H. Christ's Patreon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like God, he writes like Nikki.
Oh my God! Okay, what you're reading sounds nothing like how he's sounding right now. Right now, he's sounding very noble. Right now, he's sounding like he has a problem. He sounds like he desperately has a problem. But the Patreon page is like what he wants to create content, and that's what the page is for. Mm-hmm. That's not jiving with the other video which I should have pulled for this, which is his response today, or was it yesterday, where after the court hearing he was like, "Look, thanks for the money on the Patreon page. I'm probably just gonna end it because it was just a one-time thing." I'm curious if he does.
Yeah,
that.
one of his posts is called "Fuck Religion."
Oh, look at that.
MP3, all dressed up, 1991. Add some vocals, book recommendation. He signed his opening letter. I'd really appreciate that. Jesus H. Chrissy, CHRISSY. I'll send you the link, Jesse.
You know what? So this could definitely be a scam. This guy, because if his Patreon page is like that,
My life once.
he's saying this
It
stuff about his
unshackled
children.
me from the bonds of superstition. It gave me a career. And then it saved my career. And perhaps, if I'm lucky, it can save my kids too.
It's for the children.
My brother told me years ago that my father
Yeah, right. The
said to
heartstrings. He's pulling on those heartstrings
that he
right
would
there.
prefer that I was dead.
I'm with you,
Rather
Becky. This is
than be doing
really
what
forced.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way.
He's full of horse shit.
Yeah, like just watching this video and his response video, the video today, I was like, okay, this guy seems interesting. Okay, but the Patreon page, it kind of exposes it. Like, oh my God, he's actually been doing this for a while. Wait, does it tell
And
you?
people are subscribing to this shit.
Wait. On the Patreon page, it should show when he started it. Does it give you a date when it started?
I'm looking.
When was his last post? I mean, when was his his first post or earliest post?
I'm looking. He's got like 5 gazillion of them.
Oh, well, that already tells me. So it's definitely well before this whole divorce thing, or divorce, the custody.
Oh, yes,
November.
sir.
Goes back at least till November.
In this video I'm looking at, it's like a week old. So that's when the custody battle happened, about a week ago.
I'm
About
not
that
that
time.
time. He's full of horse shit. It goes back all the way to June 30th, 2017 so far. And it's still loading more posts.
Far enough.
Here's what I'm thinking.
The earliest one, earliest post is June 20th, 2017.
Okay. Yes.
So let me ask J-Mac something.
Okay.
About this. If you needed to raise money for a legal defense fund for custody, what platform would you choose for that to crowdsource some money? Would you go to Patreon?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
The very first post says, "Welcome here. Welcome to the soft launch of whatever this is. I'm not entirely sure yet, to be honest, but I figured if I launched it and people stumbled upon it, I might actually have to do something about it instead of what I've been doing so far, which is just thinking about it. I'm not going to be polling you tech-savvy early adopters for ideas about what should be done here and when to do it. In the meantime, keep your hands and feet inside and enjoy the scenery. If you're able to comment on what I put on here thus far, feel free to do so. You know what they say, every journey starts in the comments section."
Okay. Who says that?
Who says that?
What? Yeah. So this guy created this Patreon page way well before this whole thing with for the rights.
There's a $3 tier, a $5 tier, a $7 tier, and a $12 tier.
What?
He's just trying to get subscribers.
That's it.
He could have put that shit on GoFundMe, and it probably would have got more than that damn border wall. What'd you say you got? $540?
Yeah.
560 patrons.
Oh, that's patrons. That's not the dollars. That's the patrons. That's not showing us the dollars. Yeah. See.
Oh.
Jesus doesn't want us to know how much he's making. That's already tells you he's not Jesus.
Well, let's just put it this way. If he's got 560 patrons, and let's just, for argument's sake, say they all paid the highest tier, which is $12 a month, that's $6,720 a month.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. See, I'm thinking there might be a grain of truth to this in that his kids are... No. I bet you there is a custody battle for his kids because it's a man pretending to be Jesus Christ.
He's crazy.
Yeah. If you're a man who's pretending to be Jesus Christ on YouTube and you take on that persona and you walk around acting like Jesus Christ, you're going to probably lose your kids. And the courts watch. I'm curious what will happen with the court, though. How far this will go.
Could you imagine?
Even at the lowest tier?
Video.
At the low tier
even
court,
at the lowest...
Okay, go ahead.
Even at the low tier, it's still like $1,900 a month.
Oh.
I mean, if every one of them paid the $3.
Yeah.
I wonder how much John the Baptist could get on Patreon.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, hello, John.
John the Baptiste.
Yeah, but
well, it depends on how Jesse pronounces it.
John the Baptiste.
John the Baptiste,
there you go.
The Cajun.
I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to mess that one up. But yeah, so if he is in danger of losing his kids due to take on the Jesus persona, what's probably happened is the court is, if it's a low court, it's probably going to side with, it might just say, yeah, dude, you're crazy. And then he could try to appeal it, take it to a higher court.
Well, he says he's got to pass a psych eval.
Yeah, which according to his...
Good luck with that. This is not helping.
Yeah, which is interesting because according to the video he released, I think it was yesterday, he says he passed it. Of course he says he passed it. But interesting though, he says the judge advised him, be careful what he does on YouTube, not his lawyer. The judge may give you...
Where's the lawyer then?
Yeah, where's your lawyer giving you advice? I mean, the judge, and I've been in been plenty of cases to tell you that the judge will, and they'll love to do it, give advice. Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Wes just said that I should do a Virgin Mary page.
Who's gonna believe it?
I know, right?
Shut up, SK.
Shit.
Jesse Deadman.
You know what? I'll just do a Satan page. Is there a Satan page? Satan of YouTube?
Oh,
Is there a
probably.
Satan?
That's,
Be like,
that's probably so overdone.
Satan of YouTube. And it probably is. But Jesus, man.
Not many people will
Virgin Mary. That's funny.
just doing a Jesus page.
No, it takes a lot of balls for this. But the interesting, what I find really interesting about this, though, is if it does continue, like, I'm just saying, it is me thinking that maybe just a slim chance, a little bit of this is true, and that there actually is a custody battle. Is that if there is a custody battle and he loses and he takes it further if he has the money, it could be a very interesting case of like free speech and how far you can go with it and all that stuff. Because, I mean, the way the Constitution's written, it's like, yeah, you can go around saying you're Jesus. What's wrong with that?
Sure, you can.
Yeah,
sure
what's
you
wrong
can.
with that?
Child
So I can
custody
run around
isn't a First Amendment issue.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not. It's not unless we can find an argument for it or something based on how he loses kids. I don't know. You know, we'll see. That'll be interesting though. You know what? Gotta ask Nick Rekieta. Nick Rekieta is probably on this. He probably knows what's going on with this. Gotta ask him about this shit.
We need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also need to call this guy out. He's full of fucking horseshit.
I know, right?
Nick, Jesus is gonna lose his kids.
We need to invite him on the show so we can grill.
My God.
We need to grill Jesus. Okay, I'll be the Judas. He's not gonna listen.
Oh,
to the
do
show.
you want me to invite him? I will so invite him.
Let me be the
please.
Judas. Let me do the Judas kiss. I'll be Judas. I'll come up to him and be like, "Hey, I believe in you. Come onto the show. You know, I want to carry out your message." And I'm going to sit close to him, like how Judas did, be beside him the whole way through. At the very end, be like, "Nope, I sold your ass. I sold your ass to SK and Becky. You didn't know."
Oh my God.
So it gets me to thinking, you know, when you about Miracle on 34th Street, the Christmas movie, where Santa Claus had to prove he was Santa Claus in court. And how would this guy prove he's Jesus in court?
His name is Jesus H. Chris. Not Christ.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah,
He's like,
that's.
So he's missing that. Look at that.
One letter.
Jesus H. Chris.
But he changed his name to Jesus, and he's not Hispanic.
No, he's not. Doesn't look Hispanic. I mean, but you could change your name. He changed his name.
Sure, you can.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody say that some of his followers think he is Jesus?
Probably. You know what? Speaking of this, when I was at the Scary Dads convention, there was a guy walking around dressed up as Jesus.
Scary Dads?
Yeah, it was a horror convention I went to sell some books, and I sold a shit ton of books. I sold the most because, that's a long story. But there was a guy who walked around in the Houston area. Okay, the Houston area convention. He looked like Jesus, and I wasn't high on drugs or anything. In fact, I was sober. I was too sober. I was hungover from the show from the night before or whatever. I was fucking hungover, not having it. And I was like, what the fuck is with this guy? He has like long black hair. He's wearing these robes, with sandals. He's another Houstonian dude. He's just looking like Jesus.
He wasn't a Jedi?
No.
You know this. I just left a message on his video that says, "Hi, I'm the co-host of Deadman's Tome, and we would love to invite you to be a guest on our podcast. You can reach me at deadmanstome@gmail.com." So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Wait, so are we going to crucify Jesus? I mean, is that what we're doing here?
No. We don't do that. We let them do it themselves.
We're just
Bad, Jesse, bad.
Yeah, we were nice to Nicholas Passion. I guess we have to be nice to Jesus too, or the fake Jesus.
I mean, it's if we can do the one, we can do the other.
If we can do,
I mean,
the
click. Yeah. The producer in me, not the producer in me, like, you know what I'm saying. But Weinstein's not up in this. But I'm like, just imagine the header. Jesus Christ on Deadman's Tome.
Jesse, just be quiet. Jesse, just.
It's too late. I said it. And he comes on. I'm just like, man, Jesus, what the fuck? What is this? But if this happens, though, I want court documents. I want to find out. I want to do some real snooping. I know he's in...
Oh, I'll find you whatever you want.
I know he's in SoCal.
I do better investigation than the FBI.
He has a P.O. box. A P.O. box might be in the same county that he lives in. Most people do that. So check what court is in the county, and that court is probably where that court.
No, not necessarily, because the mother could be somewhere else.
Could be. You're right. That's the other problem.
Especially if she's in a cult. They could be out in the desert, right?
That is true. Yep. But I might be able to... I don't know. For him, I don't really have... So... I gotta do some digging on this guy. Do some digging. See what's going on here.
Digging.
Working on it.
Yep.
He's on Twitter. Mr. Chris Dakin.
Oh. Interesting.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, we'll come.
I told you, I do better research than the FBI.
You seem to be. Do. Hey, J. Mackie boy.
Yes, sir.
All right. What you got working on right now?
Besides a novel.
Yeah, besides the novel.
Just finishing up what I can do for the screenplay for E.L. Du Bois's Ransom, Texas adaptation.
Okay.
Say the title. What's the title of that again?
Ransom, Texas.
Ransom.
And when's that supposed to come out?
Ransom, Texas is already out.
No, the movie.
The movie. I have no idea. We're still in the phase of it's up for grabs on who gets it. So,
okay,
we'll just go from there, I guess.
And you have an agent though that's helping you with this, right?
Right, but like honestly, like Erica is kind of like the mother for me when it comes to doing all this shit. Like it's all been kind of surreal for me. So she's kind of setting me up with everything, and you know, I just got everything together with Kelly and everything else. So yeah, it's kind of moving kind of rapid, but it's not too bad because you know we're already moving.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. I look forward to that. Hopefully, I want to hear some good things about this, though. You know, I want to hear that it's in the works.
Absolutely.
And if not,
here's the other thing. Yeah.
And if not, if it turns out that the agent was just pulling your string, or that people were just, I don't know, bullshitting you the whole time, let us know about that too, and I'll put them on blast.
That doesn't happen in movies.
I'll put them on blast.
I sincerely appreciate that. I sincerely appreciate that.
No,
people in the movie business are completely sincere.
Oh, of course.
and honest.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. That's why I got to play the fat kid in Bad News Bears, because the casting agent was so honest.
Exactly.
I have to ask about that. Like, did they ask you to do something? You were just like, no, I'm not doing that. What? No.
It was like
Found him on Instagram. Sorry.
What is it? I had like I literally still have a journal that has the lines that I had to say. It was something about being on Atkins and trying to lose weight and calling, I think, Billy Bob Thornton an asshole. I don't remember like the whole thing, but yeah, I had to go in there in Austin and met the casting agent and did my lines, and that was about it.
They wanted you to do a nude scene, right? Is that what it came down to?
Yeah, and at 12, I was like, no way,
Right?
I don't think it's not artistically in my, I just don't feel it.
Yeah. Well, man.
You got to draw a line somewhere, man. You got to understand it.
For some people,
I hear you.
For some people, there's a price for everything. It's just, what is that price? What is that price? And that's what happened with Hollywood. Hashtag me too. Shit. And I bet all of us right here know for certain that shit is still going on, and people just don't talk about it because, hey, that's another rant.
Just people get a lot better at hiding.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's all it is.
Go and
well,
sign these,
yeah.
Go and sign these non-disclosure agreements. Start there.
Do we have time to ask another question?
Sure. Yeah. Might as well. It's Friday. It's Friday. Adaptation work, J Mac.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
Please.
That's a damn good question, because that is something strange to do, because you always want to be so respectful to the author's work, and especially in this case, it's my damn sister, but it's also that she trusts me enough that with this adaptation, she tells me to take it where she knows that I'll probably have it go, and it all stems from us loving Robert Rodriguez and Tarantino, and From Dusk Till Dawn and Grindhouse and all of that. So it's kind of just like having to write in a way that I haven't written in a long time. You know what I mean? Like it's just a different style of writing when it comes to, it's a lot more genre filled, if you get my drift. But it's just 100%, deep fried Texas, but it is fun though. It is fun. I will say that.
A lot of people
it's challenge,
who are fans of a particular book are almost universally disappointed with the movies, but there are usually good reasons for some of the changes they make. Why is it so hard to adapt a book to a movie?
Well, that's a great question. My brother-in-law, he just asked that not too long ago. Is that what you can give away in the first 3 chapters of a book, you can never give away in the first 10 pages of a script, or in the first 15 pages of a script, the first 20 pages of a script that takes place over multiple places. It has to be a mystery unfolding at the right time, and it's never going to work the same as it did in the book. It's a completely different realm, and so I was just having to explain to him that I'm not being able to incorporate such and such in page 5, because on page 45, that's when it'll really need, it'll really hit you in the gut.
So foreshadowing,
it's mostly like that.
Like where novels or stories tend to have a lot of foreshadowing. I guess that doesn't really work in film too much. Kind of gives it away.
Right. It really is when you take a story that has so much richness, like Ransom does, and it's an out there book, man. It is genre loving Texas, and it is just filled with foreshadowing constantly, but it's at such a unique pace that you're just drawn in. And the toughest thing when you approach it from a script is, okay, there's all these mysterious things happening in these 3 chapters. You have to find some way to combine them without giving away what's already been told to you in the book in the first 3 chapters, and wait until just the right time to present it on screen, or in the script, I should say, because it is so hard, like you said, for that foreshadowing, because you do not want it to come off redundant or anything that is some way going to disrespect the work of the writer. That's first and foremost. So
Yeah.
You just kind of got to take a unique look at it and just look at it through your lens and see how you can maybe bring your style to it.
Okay. I mean, have you had to change any of the characters, like any drastic changes?
Oh, no. Eric and I were talking, and it's usually just a round of us shooting the shit, and it's like, sheriff says this, cowboy says this, character X says this, and it's just, little things that I can either take from the book or that I can ask her in, she's very great with description, so I can, if there's something that she describes so well that I know will fit well as a line in a script and on screen, I will use it that way. Then instead of just using it as a descriptive word in her novel, I will actually use it as, actual dialogue. And it's just really me and her talking like, okay, so what would you expect Michael Parks from Dusk Till Dawn to be saying at this moment in time? And it's just like, really, and it's just a lot of fucking fun, man. It's like being a kid again to write this.
That's awesome.
I really don't. I kind of got lost in the question because I was talking.
That's okay.
Rambling on.
Oh, good answers. Good answers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like you're very passionate on it, and that you're sound like you're the right man for the job. I mean, you are taking it in and able to turn to a script, and you know what to do. I mean, SK asked a really, really good question because he's right. These book adaptations often suck. And not only that, but then the author's like, what the fuck happened? That's not the book. That's not the book.
Yeah. That's the worst.
Yeah.
Fucking feeling in the world. I would have to imagine, because that bear that shit to the world, and then the last thing you want is like, okay, we're gonna make a movie, miniseries, what have you, out of it, and such and such is gonna write it, and then you go to see it, and it is nothing like you wrote, nothing that was in your heart, nothing. I saw where Ken Kesey one time said that 20 years after, or 15 years after Cuckoo's Nest came out, that he had just happened to start watching it on TV and didn't even realize that it was his book. So he turned off the film when he finally fucking realized it was Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, man, I just rewatched that movie last week.
Great movie. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Juicy fruit.
Chief put his hand up. Chief put his hand up.
But one of the things that people don't appreciate about adaptation is that novels are rich with the internal experiences of the characters, and you just don't get to put those on the screen.
Yeah, you really can't.
Right.
It's hard to. It's like, what do you do?
Like,
So you
okay, I should not like my love of writers stems from anybody, from Patty Chayefsky to the one-act plays of Tennessee Williams. So I respect any writer, and one of the great writers, because he always mind fucks you, but also at the same time doesn't really, is Charlie Kaufman. And for writers that ever have to go through that, of maybe possibly getting a shot at adapting anything, watch Adaptation. I shit you not.
Yeah,
You feel like that sometimes, like you are sitting there and you are so afraid that you are just gonna write yourself, metaphorically, into a piece of work that is not your own, and make it your own, and just kind of just ruin it. But it's something that's always going to weigh on you, but you just got to keep, like that saying, when you're most scared to jump, that's when you jump. But the adaptation, that film is speaking the truth to you, that there is nothing easy about that. Like him going to the seminar and feeling stupid because he thinks he's been reduced to such a bad writer that he has to take a writing seminar about, how, because he has nowhere to go. And in the middle, I always love it. As he's doing the narration, as he gets up and he's doing the narration, talking about you're a failure, you're a fuck up, why are you even here? Get up, leave. And as he leaves, Brian Cox, who plays the writer that he came to see, tells him, "And God help you if you use narration, sir." It's just a great scene, but it's
by the way,
like
that's
that.
true.
It's like that.
If I put a movie on and I start hearing narration, it's done.
Yeah,
I'm gone. I am gone. Although I did ask about why it works on Dexter. I asked a teacher about that, and they said, well, it's not really narration as much as internal dialogue.
Yeah, I can see that. But
narration.
Narration. Yeah, and then there's movies where like they use the internal dialogue and they kind of like say it. Well, let's just say Die Hard, for instance. Die Hard. I mean, John McClane didn't have to be talking to himself the whole time. He did that for the audience,
Right.
He could have just been doing the action, which most people would have been doing. They wouldn't be talking
one great
to themselves.
example. Great example I would say is Frank Miller's Sin City. That is constant narration throughout. But are you ever, for once, not? Are you taken away from the scene because of the narration? Hell no. I mean, you're involved in Sin City. Rodriguez creates this world, and you are in this shit, and you are loving every minute of it.
In Sin City 1, no. But in Sin City 2, Sin City 2, I kind of was. I don't know, but I don't know if it lost its magic or something. It was. I still liked it, but it just wasn't as good as the first, unless I'm wrong with that.
No, I get what you mean. I get it definitely seemed like it kind of disappointed me because Robert Rodriguez was at that point where he had just released Grindhouse, The Planet Terror, and he just did Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and he just did Sin City, and like everybody was thinking like, okay, now Sin City 2, and I think one of the biggest things is he waited so long to do Sin City 2. Michael Clark Duncan died. Brittany Murphy died.
Yeah.
And it's not, I mean, I'm not saying that is what's wrong with the second Sin City. I like Sin City 2. It's just there's not what the power behind Sin City 1 is not in A Dame to Kill For, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It was different. It was like, it didn't feel the same. It felt like it was, I don't know, trapped in the shadow. Not trapped. What am I trying to say? It was cast in the shadow.
I kind of felt like it almost wanted to do a nice bow around everything, like Jessica Alba's character, because I read where Frank Miller had wrote those stories on the fly. Those weren't actually the Sin City book graphic novels, that he came up with those stories in the screenplay. So I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of felt like it wanted to put too many wrongs right. Like Powers Booth, the character of Powers Booth, who, he has his final showdown with Alba. So everything, all the bad people that lived from the first Sin City, it seemed like they had to be taken care of in the second one.
Mm. But Sin City is an example of constant narration throughout where it kind of works. And I guess there's examples where it does. Right. But for the most part, narration is like, ugh. And that's the thing about turning a book into a movie. It's like, the movie's all about action pretty much. You got to just take the narration out, any part of narrative out, just have the characters acting and doing it. I'm not doing it, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's it definitely also, narration plays such a big deal into it, especially in the sense that when you know that there's no reason for a narration, like. Okay, you can listen to Morgan Freeman in Shawshank. Everybody can listen to Morgan Freeman narrate, shit.
Anything, right?
Yeah. But you also go into it knowing that, okay, Morgan Freeman is not going to narrate this. You need to tell this story fucking as it's happening in your face right now. Balls to the wall, let's go. And it's not time for narration. There's no time for, let's sit back and, think about what the fuck we just did.
Yeah.
No, we got to go. And Herbert and the book Ransom, there's no possible way that I could have tried to write it with the narration, because I couldn't write. I don't know if I could try and write narration, period, because it kills so much from so many outlets, from certain novels, certain films.
Yeah.
So yeah,
me,
I don't like to play
to
around
me
with narration too much.
Too often, and I won't say it's universal because Shawshank is clearly an outlier in so many ways, but most of the time when I run across narration, it just seems like lazy writing.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he says in adaptation. It's God help you if you use narration, sir. That is nothing but lazy writing. And that's about the time Nicolas Cage sits his ass back down. Yeah, I don't know. I do understand that feeling that it can be lazy writing, and I'm somebody that loves a challenge, so I don't think I could ever see myself doing anything that had to do with narration.
Okay. Well, man, you definitely seem like you're on it as far as transcribing the book Ransom, Texas into a screenplay, and now you're at the stage where you're shopping around trying to see if it gets picked up, which you're waiting on the feedback from that, right?
Right.
Okay.
So is the screenplay complete? Is it ready to go?
Not fully, just good enough for a couple studios, I've been told, that have great interest in it. So, I guess right now, I don't know what the hell the bidding war, I don't know what goes next, and then we see where we go from there.
Well, I hope to hear good things, because if I have the chance to watch this movie in theaters and if we talked here, dude, I'd be shitting bricks, dude. I kid you not.
No, it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Passes to all three of y'all, because this is my first interview, and I mean, I'm shitting you not. Like, this whole thing is surreal to me. So yeah, like to see that even on the screen, it would be surreal for myself. So I don't even know. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm still trying to have my feet land.
No, don't bother getting your feet on the ground. Just keep flying in the clouds.
Yeah, keep flying.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that.
You got to go, my man.
There's enough of us assholes in the mud. We don't need any more.
No. All right. Jay, Mackie boy. Mackie Matysiak. Matysiak, did I say it right?
Matysiak. You got close.
Jay Mackie Matysiak. It's great having you on the show. Feel free to come back anytime.
Thank you, sir.
Next time you come back,
it's been
we'll probably...
great talking to you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all sincerely.
Hey,
You're welcome, and we want to get your sister on too, so have her contact me.
She's been on before. She'd come on again.
Right before the show, and she said, let's I talked to her, like I said, I talked to her right before the show, and she said, I told her about possibly getting back on, and she said she'd love to.
It'd be great.
Awesome.
All right, well, man, since you know the format of the show a little bit better, next time you come on, we can, I don't know, get some other shit to talk about, Just right up your interest.
Sounds good to me.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
Ladies,
I appreciate it again.
Ladies, gentlemen, if you like this, press that thumbs up button, share, subscribe, all that. It helps out tremendously. Right now, we're at 376 subs. We need to get that to 1,000.
Nice.
Well, first, we need to get that to 500 so that you can see me do the ultimate react, which is
dun, dun, dun.
reacting to my ass being waxed. Let me remind you, if we get 500 subs, I'll be reacting to my ass being waxed. You don't get that.
Yes, and please do this because I need to see this.
Literal.
I need to see this. Please help us.
It will be the ultimate reaction, and I think that'll satisfy.
And Jesse's wife really wants to do this too.
And I know there's a lot of reaction videos on this channel, but I think it will satisfy. I think when they see that, they'll be like, oh shit, it's done. Oh fuck, how did he top this? He can't top it. Find a way. Anyway, ladies, gentlemen, thank you so much. Y'all take it easy.
Bye.